Hey everyone, Irix guy here. I just got back from doing some business in a big city, and I'm not really a big city kind of guy. You know, I'm not a fan of the big city. It's just my personal preference. But when you're in the big city, how do you better protect yourself from theft? And theft being pickpocket. And this little doohickey right here, and I'll post an order link within this video's description. But it's really nice because the back's kind of a soft, almost feels like a bandage, very soft material on the skin. And it's got two zippered pouches. So you've got one on the bottom where you can put a certain item that you may access separately. In this case, I just put a bunch of cash in there. I'm not a big fan of cash. And then in the other case, you may put something that you would access less frequently, such as driver's license, credit cards, etc. And in this example, I've just put a little magnet in there. I'm not going to pull a credit card out on a YouTube video. But this is just a great way to do it. Now, this will fit nicely under a dress shirt, under a suit, however you may want to put it. Now, it is going to put a little, you'll see a string around your neck, and people may see that in the back of your shirt, but if they do, they would have to quickly pull it out and then up over your head and out the front of your shirt. And more than likely, you would likely feel that if someone was trying to gank your stuff. So, it's not 100% perfect. No anti-theft devices are 100% perfect. But it should better enable someone to avoid losing their valuables. Now, something I always recommend doing is only taking a minimal amount of cash. Cash, when you're in a big city, you got to tip because everybody's like, "Hey, want a tip?" And you got to tip them, or otherwise you look really cheap. And sometimes you can get away with looking cheap, but sometimes you just can't. So you got to tip. And I would also only recommend taking credit cards that you plan to use. So in my scenario, I took a couple of cards. I took pretty much if you've got a Visa, an American Express, you can pretty much buy something anywhere that accepts credit cards. Not everybody takes Amex, not everybody takes Visa, but if you've got one of each, you're probably pretty well protected. And then also your driver's license, because if you got to prove your identity or whatever, you need that. In the credit cards that I take, always make sure to make note of exactly what you took, because in the event that it's stolen, or maybe not all of your cards are stolen, maybe just one of them is, you'll have an inventory prior to your trip so that you'll know what you took. And when you come back, check your inventory, make sure you got back with everything. I know that sounds paranoid. You can't trust anyone in today's society, especially when you're dealing with a big city environment. Because big cities can get pretty sketchy. So, and then also don't take wristwatches or anything that's or any other kind of bling bling, as they call it, that may draw attention to yourself. Because you don't want to have anything. I got a wedding band on because I'm married. I'll wear that, but don't take anything that's going to draw attention to yourself. And one thing, when you're in a place, especially if it's not business related, if it's personal related, or maybe it is even business, and you got a camera, when you're taking a lot of pictures, you're often perceived by people with criminal intent as an out-of-towner, and you become a target. So keep that in mind. So hope this video helps, and travel safe. Be safe. Watch your own back. And thanks for watching. As always, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. Y'all have a good day.